You see a lot of farm in this movie, and goddamn, the sheep just get a raw deal throughout this movie. They just cannot cut a break. So, Far From the Madding Crowd, directed by Thomas Vinterberg, who also directed the movie The Hunt. It was a Danish movie that came out a few years ago, starring Mads Mikkelsen, and that's pretty good. So, there was hope that this movie was going to be good as well. Well, this movie is based on a book, a pretty famous book by Thomas Hardy, and is about a woman, Bathsheba Everdeen, played by Carey Mulligan in the movie. She's living with her aunt, I think, at the beginning of the movie, but then finds out that her uncle has passed and has left her a very substantial inheritance, including a whole farm. So she goes there and becomes the mistress of that farm. But the whole movie really becomes about her and having to choose, kind of, between three guys. First off, this movie looks great. The directing, cinematography, the costuming is all top notch. Like, really good. Just, you love looking at it. You love seeing all the dresses that Carey Mulligan wears. And the acting is also really good. Again, Carey Mulligan plays the lead character, and she's great in everything she does. I love her. And she does have an extremely young face, but she is about 30. And even still, like in this movie, she is able to play this independent woman, and who is an actual character because even though she is independent, she has many flaws as well. Yeah, the character of Bathsheba Everdeen can get a bit annoying throughout the movie. I mean, she is young, and then becomes, the head of this house and does a pretty good job for the most part. It's more in her own personal life that she gets annoying, and that's when the whole having to choose between three guys comes in. And in terms of the three guys that she has to choose from, they're all the two of them are kind of extremes of each other. You have Tom Sturridge's character, who is a young chap who comes in and sweeps her off her feet, but is a huge dick. And then you have Michael Sheen's character, who's the older and more traditional man and is her neighbor and is very lonely and just wants her to marry him, but she doesn't seem like that. And then there's the farmer or shepherd, played by Matthias something. I can't pronounce his name, but he's been in a bunch of stuff and he's good in this movie, so we'll probably keep seeing him in things. In terms of that, the diversity of the male characters is pretty interesting, and how she interacts with each of them is also interesting. But apparently, I heard that in the book, she's a lot more annoying than in the movie. So the screenwriter of this movie was basically just working with what he had, so I get that. But with the story itself, it's not clear how much time passes between certain events. Apparently this happens in the book, like a lot of time passes, but it's not clear how much. I know it's annoying to have 2 years later, 6 months later at the bottom of the screen, but it can be helpful. This movie is a bit hard to review because it lies so much on people's own personal preferences. A lot of people aren't going to like it just because it's not what they watch, and some people are going to like it because they like other movies like this. As for me, I think it's got an interesting story, an interesting character who pisses you off through the movie, but characters tend to do that. All in all, it's something we've seen before billions of times, so the fact it doesn't give us anything too new, which is a shame because it's got a very interesting female character. So for that, I'm going to give Far From the Madding Crowd a meh and a half. So have you guys seen the movie? What do you think about it? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And do you have favorite period pieces, or since she's the main character of the movie, any favorite Carey Mulligan movies? Let me know in the comments as well. Okay guys, that's it for me. Hope you're having a great day, and I will see you soon. Toodles!